Hey guys, welcome to part 2. In this video, I'm gonna go over the curriculum for 3 boot camps. One for Caltech CTME, another for UC San Diego Extension Studies, and the third for Interview Kickstart. Let's go. Question number 6. Where can I see the curriculum? For your convenience, I'll just show them to you and leave the links for each one in the description. The curriculum for the 6-month program from Caltech shows 7 steps, but without a time schedule. The first step is titled Foundations, Mathematics and Statistics Essentials. These learning outcomes cover linear algebra, calculus, and statistics, all of which make up a course of their own in a traditional higher education institution. I would say these goals would be really challenging for me, considering that the last time I took a math course was multivariable calculus when I was a freshman at Duke University. And that was over 10 years ago. The second step is titled Foundations, Programming Refresher. I would say this step seems easier than the first, considering it is focusing only on Python and programming. I'm already somewhat familiar with everything listed, but only for coding languages like JavaScript and PHP. I have absolutely zero experience in Python. The third step is titled Core, Applied Data Science with Python. And this is where I don't have any familiarity to have a good grasp on how difficult these learning outcomes would be. The fourth step is titled Core, Machine Learning. This is the step I would definitely be the most excited for. The fifth step is titled Core, Deep Learning with Keras and TensorFlow. The sixth step is titled Core, Essentials of Generative AI, Prompt Engineering, and ChatGPT. The seventh step is titled Capstone Project, which I'm sure is the one major project that you do at the end that utilizes the vast majority of the skills that were learned throughout the duration of the bootcamp. I got a separate email that showed the schedule for these steps from the advisor, and it looked like this. It seems that the first step we had seen earlier called Mathematics and Statistics Essentials had been replaced by Essentials for Generative AI. For a person of my skill level and knowledge background, I'm sure attending all the classes, learning all the material, and completing projects in 6 months will be pretty challenging, especially if I have other stuff to do as well. The curriculum at the 9-month program from UC San Diego shows 6 modules followed by a capstone project. The advisor said 15 to 20 hours of work a week was expected, so that would mean a total of 540 to 720 hours in total. If we were not to account for the time spent on the capstone project, each module on average would require 105 hours of work. The first module is titled Machine Learning Models, and wow, they just dive straight into some serious topics. All of the topics covered would be brand new to me, so that will be interesting. The second module is titled A Stack for Machine Learning Engineering. The only topic I'm familiar with would be the third one for Git-related activities, and even then I'm not sure if I'm familiar enough. The third module is titled Data, the Fuel of Machine Learning. I haven't touched SQL in a long time. I'm going to need a crash course to remember what little I knew to begin with. The fourth module is titled Machine Learning Models at Scale and in Production. I've had some nightmare experiences with monolith code in workplaces, and I'm excited to learn more about microservices. The fifth module is Deep Learning. Nope, zero idea what is going on here. The sixth module is Ethics and Bias in Machine Learning. The fourth topic, Ethical Considerations in Machine Learning Research and Deployment, makes me very curious. For those who don't know, there are toilets from Japan that actually cleans you after you do the number 2. And if a company like that is trying to train their toilets to provide the best user experience, how would the data collection process look like? Will tech companies from countries that allow them to invade the privacy of their users and collect whatever information they want have a distinct advantage over ones from countries who protect the privacy of their citizens? And lastly, there is the capstone project to either create a machine learning application or a deep learning application. Interview Kickstart had 2 curriculums for me to view. One was available on the internet, and the second was emailed to me from my admission advisor. The curriculum I received with the email had more detailed info, so let's take a look at that one. Part 1, named Fundamental Concepts and Projects for Machine Learning AI, is the first 41 weeks, which is 10 months. Part 1 is pretty much the whole program. First 3 weeks, Introduction to Python Program. Looks good. 2 weeks for Python for ML. 2 weeks, Databases and SQL. 3 weeks, probability and statistics. 3 weeks, calculus and linear algebra. 7 weeks, supervised and unsupervised learning. 10 weeks, deep learning in modern ML architectures. 2 weeks, RLHF and paper reviews. RLHF I think stand for Reinforced Learning from Human Feedbacks. 7 weeks, Machine Learning Ops. 2 weeks, Capstone Project. Part 2, named Interview Preparation for MLAI, is the next 13 weeks, which is 3 months. First 3 weeks, Data Structures and Algorithms Interview Preparation. 3 weeks, for Software System Design Interview Preparation. 4 weeks, Machine Learning Interview Preparation. 3 weeks, Career Skills. Part 3 is named Career Support and Job Placements, and this is after the full year from the 12-month program. My admission advisor kept telling me that the 15 mock interviews was really going to help me get that job offer and highly recommended them. Well, there you have it. We went through an in-depth comparison of 3 AI machine learning bootcamps that seek to place their graduates into positions in the AI industry. And now, I'm going to answer the question. If you're interested, which of the 3 is the best one for you in 2024? My answer? I have no idea. I'm sorry for the cheesy answer, but all the bootcamps are about 1 year old and there isn't any credible amount of feedbacks to really gouge out which ones are the top quality. What bootcamp is best for you though depends a lot on your personal needs. Thinking about how soon you want to change in your career, how well you think you can keep up with the pace of their schedule, how much in depth you want to explore the topics in the curriculum, how collaborative or independent you are when it comes to learning, how big you would prefer your cohorts to be, how you would like your curriculum to be planned out. All this is going to help you decide which sort of bootcamp is the correct fit for you. Whether you successfully land a job offer afterwards is not going to be decided by the name of the institution running the bootcamp, but how much you were able to learn and demonstrate proficiency in your newfound skill set to your prospective employer. To achieve a successful ending, you need to find a program that is designed to meet your needs on a personal level. And to do that, you need to take a fair and honest look at yourself. Do I have the background and discipline to learn at a rapid pace, allowing me to cruise through all the material in a short amount of time? Or do I have to be honest about how little time I have on the side? Or how much I struggle with writing code? Do I find I learn best when I work solo or within a group? Do I want my bootcamp program to cut me some slack when I fall behind? Do I want to meet as many instructors to absorb all the knowledge like a gigantic sponge? Or do I prefer relationship building with only 1 or 2 instructors? Choosing a bootcamp is nowhere near like choosing which institution to get an MBA from, as ultimately, when you apply for a job during or after your bootcamp, the hiring manager will pay little to no attention on the name of which bootcamp you attended. The focus will be on how closely your skill sets match your requirement for the job you're applying for and what preparations you have made to show evidence of that. My goal with this video was to introduce 3 AI machine learning bootcamps that caught my interest. And hopefully, this video was enough to satisfy any curiosity you had. I hope that as I start my journey to become a machine learning engineer, you guys will join me for the ride. I'm going to share my opinions and stories, the good and the bad, and what I learned through the perspective of an individual who is a web developer. If you guys are interested, please leave a like and click the subscribe button. In my next video, I will reveal which of the 3 I decided to attend and my reasons. Later.